The feather in his fist, Meal laughs maniacally. Since they tried to use him as a tool, he promises to return the favor, ensuring both Rogers and the sealer end up dead. Fang Yi and Rogers climb the steps of Country A's Grand Angel Cathedral, where two other powerful first-sequence throne masters already wait inside. As the legendary sealer and master of the Yang God throne, Fang Yi steps forward to represent the Jia nation at this high-level summit. The other two representatives are introduced: Mikhail, the fierce master of the Violent Throne from Country E, and Harry, the master of the Angry Sea Throne from Country R, both highly respected top-tier masters. Once the group reaches the meeting hall, Rogers invites everyone to sit at a giant round stone table and opens the discussion by explaining why he has brought the four strongest nations together to establish a new global order by forming an elite unified alliance called the Divine Punishment Squad. Before Rogers can even declare that the squad will officially go to war against every rogue throne master causing chaos across the globe, Fang Yi already spots the catch. He knows this alliance is no simple partnership, since each nation will fight to protect its own interests, especially once hunts cross international borders. Our boy sees through Rogers completely. He knows the man staged the light poison incident at the airport and only pretended to stay distant from Miel, and he suspects Rogers' true goal is to seize as many thrones as possible for Country A. Since any disagreement during a hunt could break the alliance apart, Fang Yi decides he must secure a massive advantage for the Xia nation right now. Smiling confidently, Fang Yi speaks up and lays down a strict condition that shocks the other three leaders. Once a rogue throne master strikes within Xia territory, the Xia nation squad must have the absolute right to hunt them down to the very end, no matter what country they belong to or where they hide. He adds that even if targets flee into Country A, Country R, or Country E, the Xia nation still has the right to hunt them, and the host nation must fully cooperate. When Rogers demands to know what rules the Xia nation itself must follow in return, Fang Yi calmly explains that the same rule naturally applies to his side, promising he can keep his own throne masters in line. He then boldly challenges the other leaders to guarantee the same control over their people, adding that they're free to negotiate other terms if that proves too hard. Secretly, Fang Yi is pleased with himself. He started with an extreme demand on purpose, just to test their limits and ambitions. After a full day of intense discussions, the four major nations finally reach an agreement, establishing a new global order and forming the Divine Punishment Squad. Under this treaty, each nation will manage its own borders to keep the peace, working together to end the global chaos. News of the summit spreads fast, and giant screens across major cities broadcast that the mysterious Eastern Sealer proposed a sharp, highly confidential alternative plan, leaving the public burning with curiosity. Footage shows the Sealer's incredible feats, especially how he effortlessly absorbed the toxic light poison that had troubled Country A at the airport, and how he can summon a giant god of light. The media praises his Eastern power as completely real, and soldiers and cultivators everywhere rejoice, hoping the treaty will finally end the brutal human civil wars. Many also praise the Jia nation's strict laws, since Fang Yi has always banned throne masters from hunting and killing each other for power. Many young fighters now dream of joining the elite squad to help protect the world, while others simply feel relieved that they might finally sleep in peace. The public fully embraces Fang Yi as a true miracle worker. Outside the cathedral, Rogers politely offers to escort the leaders back to their quarters, but Fang Yi declines. As he walks down the stairs, Mikhail, the representative from Country E, runs over asking for a private word. Fang Yi smiles and happily agrees to talk. Mikhail admits that Country E has struggled to launch its own public cultivation program and asks Fang Yi for advice, promising that in exchange, Country E will fully back the Xia nation in future disputes. Fang Yi agrees to talk over the details later, but cleverly suggests something more. Instead of just sharing plans, Country E should send some of its apprentice throne masters and young cultivators directly to the Xia nation to train alongside his people. Mikhail is thrilled by the offer and eagerly agrees, hoping for a successful partnership, while Fang Yi is glad to see the Country E leader being so friendly. The two masters seal the agreement with a firm handshake. Our boy reflects that since the Xia nation and Country E have always maintained good relations, having Mikhail as a loyal ally, someone who won't stab them in the back, is highly valuable in this chaotic era. Secretly, though, Mikhail is amazed by Fang Yi's terrifying presence. Even though both are first-sequence throne masters, the massive power hidden inside Fang Yi is strong enough to quietly suppress Mikhail's own violent urges, making him the only person in the entire cathedral who truly scares Mikhail. Far away at the Xia nation border, meanwhile, a group of rogue invaders mock the newly formed Divine Punishment Squad, sneering at the idea that a single first-sequence master could restrict them and decide to stir up some chaos just for fun. The gray-haired invader leader confidently boasts that even if the Sealer returns, he will only find the destructive surprise they leave behind. But before they can even make a move, he suddenly senses a dangerous presence and turns around to find a swarm of dark, menacing silhouettes closing in around them. Realizing they have been followed ever since crossing the border, the leader immediately throws up a defensive barrier and demands to know if this is the one who took down Country A's shadow throne, questioning what other throne power they hold. In answer, one of Lin Yi's shadow clones steps forward and unleashes a relentless barrage of dark energy beams, shredding straight through the leader's wind barrier. This sudden breakthrough leaves the other two rogues in complete shock, panicking as their leader's defense fails to hold. Desperate to fight back, the spiky-haired rogue charges a fiery punch while his partner readies a massive wind blast, combining the two into a joint strike. But before they can land it, Lin Yi summons a bow, declares that all trespassers must die, and fires her fiery arrow straight at the leader in the sky. Refusing to go down so easily, the Windmaster screams in defiance and throws up a massive wind barrier to block the incoming arrow. Seeing this, Lin Yi immediately switches tactics, infusing her bow with shadow energy to create a dark purple arrow meant to pierce the barrier. But just as she readies her next shot, the leader grins in amusement. His two subordinates have already slipped through the shadows and appeared right behind her.